Hi, everyone. Welcome to your final class day. Thank you so much for being here. Again, I'm so sorry that I can't be there, but I do appreciate your patience and flexibility and your understanding as we navigate this last week together. I just have a few announcements and just some things to share before handing the class over to our sub and then handing it over to the facilitators for the final dialogue of the day. I just have a few quick things that I'd like to just talk about before we conclude this final class day. The first being a couple of reminders. You have exam number 3 due this Friday at 11:59 p.m. You also have all the remaining post reflections. If you've already done your facilitation, please do your post facilitation reflection. It is also due this Friday. We do not have an official final exam or class meeting day. We're not meeting on March 13th. The only thing you need to do on March 13th is submit your reflection essay part 2 on March 13th at 11:59 p.m. That is just the follow-up to the reflection essay that you started the quarter with. You started thinking about what you already knew about interpersonal communication, and this is now an opportunity for you to trace your learning track, how far you've come since the beginning of the quarter. So look back at that first essay, see what you originally thought about interpersonal comm and dialogue and facilitating and all that stuff. And then what do you think about it now? Like how far have you come? So that's what's due on March 13th. Also, please fill out your class evaluations. You'll have time to do that right now as well. Really quickly, I know that it might be easy to take some of these skills and just apply them to like immediate relationships and with family and friends and stuff like that. But there are lots of there's a need, right, in the workforce. There's a need in the community to be able to be strong communicators and be paid for strong communication skills. So these are just a few positions out there as you look for internships, as you try to navigate what you would like to see in your college career, right? If you're still choosing a major, these are some options that are available to you to consider what you might do with all of the skills that you learned in this class, right? There's a need out there, and you can be well compensated for filling this need. Um, just anyone who is considering these long-term goals and these future career aspirations, these are options that are available to you, right? Additionally, anyone who is thinking about what you can do, excuse me, right now with your skills that you gained, there's an immediate need in the community to be able to have strong facilitators and mediators and communicators. All the skills that you learned are things that can be directly applied right here, right now. So there are organizations across Washington State as well as across the nation called dispute resolution centers who train community members to become mediators. And you can mediate anything between like small claims to workplace disputes to neighbor disputes and even to like people who are going through divorce. Like you can be a mediator there, help create parenting plans and stuff like that. A lot of the mediators that we have right now are just folks who have more time, right? People who are retired and people who are a little bit older. But there is a strong need for younger folk to be able to be in community in these ways. So I highly encourage you guys, if you want to see what you can do right now in the community with these skills and not just think about like what future career options you have, you can become a certified mediator. The program that I'm completing is in Pierce County, right? It's in Tacoma. There are programs all over the state that are really focused on building these skills and then directly translating them into community work. So I strongly encourage you to pursue them. If you have any questions, please email me, but I'll also link more details if you are interested in this, because you have the skills, you've done them already as facilitators in this class. So you can also do them outside of this class and outside of your own personal relationships. You can be a mediator or facilitator right here, right now. So I just wanted to plug that really quickly and offer it as an option because it might be not well known, and I wanted you guys to know. Okay. I also wanted to say that only the people in this room have been able to have the dialogues that we've had, and I want to honor that uniqueness. Thank you so much for showing up as your authentic selves and growing throughout this quarter and placing your trust and courageous imperfection in the hands of everyone in the room. Thank you so much um, for really embracing this space. Teaching for me is one of my greatest joys, and it has been an honor to be in community with you this quarter. I'm really, really proud of you, and I hope you guys are also proud of yourselves for the commitment to pushing your comfort zones and be better communicators and also better community members, right? This kind of stuff isn't easy, but I am always re-energized by being in these spaces with students such as yourselves, um, who push me to be a better communicator and to be a better listener and um, to show up for folks in and outside of the classroom. So thank you guys very much for all of your commitment to this quarter. With that being said, I want to take some time for you guys to have to complete the course evaluations. I take these very seriously. Um, for instance, last quarter, I had students who were like, hey, we need more variety in the discussion posts. And I made sure to like switch up discussion posts every week this quarter per their feedback, right? They also said they wanted to spend more time in dialogue. And so we spent the bulk of our class in dialogue, right? All of these things I say to show that they put themselves in your shoes and said, this is what we would need. And I took that very seriously and made sure that it's a classroom space, not just based on what I need, but really focused on what you as students would like to get out of your learning, would like to um, be able to commit to one another. And so I would like for you guys to now put yourselves in the shoes of future students who will be taking this course. What would you see as being a need, right? If you could take the course again, what would you like to see differently? Or what would you like to see done the same? Um, what would help you learn better as a future student, or what would you see future students needing? Make sure that your suggestions are reasonable, right? So what can I do as an instructor in this course? Um, can't be things like decreasing class size or like changing the room or something like that. Some of those things are just out of my hand. Um, out of my hands. So just make sure that they're reasonable to what can happen in the classroom space. And then please try to avoid making like value judgments about me as an instructor or like your peers as well. Just statements like, gosh, I wish X person like would talk more, or gosh, I wish X person would like show up differently in the classroom. Like that is just something that would not help future students in any way, shape, or form. Um, and especially value judgments about me as well doesn't necessarily help future students. So what I want you guys to do is just really keep in mind, what would a future student need here? Well, if I were to take this course again, what would I like to see done? Um, and in order to do that, I would also ask that you please be as specific as possible. So please provide as many examples as you can, as many details as you can. If you want to say this class was great, loved it, wouldn't change a thing, I value that feedback, but also tell me what about it was great, right? Like, did you love the discussion post? Did you love the exams? Did you love the facilitations? Did you love the textbook? Like, what are the things that made it great? And then if you hated the class, like even then, give me some feedback. Did you hate the facilitations? Did you hate having to be a facilitator and the reflections and the exams and the like showing up in class and all these things? Did you like the skill building portions or hate them? Or like all of those things, all of those elements make up this class, and they're all designed with a purpose. Like I do them very intentionally, and I do them also intentionally based on your feedback. So please be specific, because it doesn't help future students if I don't know what it is that I need to keep or I need to change. So in order to like engage this kind of reflection, before you do write the evaluations themselves, I'm going to give you some time to turn and talk to a partner about the following questions that, get your brain juices flowing, and do so in community, like one last time, just turn and talk to each other, and offer those specifics, offer those moments of like shared feedback, right? So you can be like, oh yeah, I totally forgot we did that. I love that too. Or, oh yeah, I remember that day. That was a total like miss. I hated that day too, right? So just doing that dialogue before writing it down can help stimulate whatever memories like you have that might be helpful to answering some of these questions about what helped your learning, what would you add, what would you see done differently, and what are you taking away from this course, right? Um, what have you learned here in this space? Once you've reflected with a partner for about 5 minutes, then you can have some silent work time to fill out the course evaluations. Um, Thank you guys again so much. Please email me if you have any questions. And if we see each other around in the building or on campus or anything like that, please don't be a stranger. Again, I'm very proud of you and I appreciate you all. So have a great rest of your day and good luck with finals week. Bye.